Just finished my session uh, today at Muay Thai, Rata Chai Muay Thai of Muay Thai session. So luckily I've got a coach called Nan, if I'm pronouncing is that right. Uh, Somehow, for some reason, he has chosen me to train me in technique one on one. So let me give you context. In Thailand, if you come for training, you book two kind of classes. One is group classes, another is one on one classes. And one on one classes cost you more because they are focused. The coach will completely focus you on you and show you the technique, work with you, all that thing, right? And they are generally, I think, 1 hour or probably 2 hour session. I'm not sure. When I was coming, I decided that I will do few one-on-one sessions and then I'll take mostly the group classes. I have signed up at Rata Chai. Rata Chai has uh, so I have signed up for group classes for 1 month at Rata Chai, and I've been coming here for about a week now. I started on Monday. Today is Friday, so it's my fifth session today. I and out of those sessions, I think 3 sessions now, or probably 4 sessions now. Uh, I have been getting one-on-one classes by my coach Nan, and he's completely focused on me. He's teaching me Muay Thai uh, in a very interesting way. Okay, so let me tell you what is happening. So in Muay Thai or any combat sport, though it may look easy on the from the outside, but what happens is uh, you have to remember and sort of coordinate a lot of body parts at the same time. And if you are not natural at that, it's really difficult. So if for me, I have never been able to dance because I'm not able to coordinate a lot of body parts at the same time, right? So what I observed here, that when my coach would tell me something to do in a way, to move my body in a way, let's say if I want to throw a elbow, I need something like this, right? Now, so to position my elbow properly, to move my elbow properly, I want to be able to remember that in one time. So what he would do is, and there's a lot of language barrier. I speak Hindi and English fairly well, but these guys, they do not speak even English well. They are mostly speaking in Thai. But in Thailand, what I have observed is you can do the full conversation with couple of words only, like okay, 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 same, 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 same. So same, same, okay, okay. Do this, this, okay. This, together, okay. This moves this way, then this moves also this way. Okay, so both of them moving same way. So then same, same, like that. Okay, and at the same time, if even if these words come sort of fall short of providing the full context, then what he would do, instead of communicating verbally, he would take my particular body part, let's say my arm or my leg, and physically put it or move it in a certain way that it is supposed to do. How interesting is that? When was the last time that happened to you? And it it changed, like, I mean, that seems like a very fundamental thing to physically move the leg from uh, the wrong position to the right position in a certain way, and he's still using the Thai words while explaining that. So, but it works. I'm able to understand what he's trying to say. It's a very interesting thing that I have observed here, and I'm able to learn a lot of new things about my Thai. A lot of combinations are there, uh, movements are there, micro movements that you have to do with your body, how you have to position your body. It bombards your brain. There's so much information, and your body cannot absorb it in one class or in one go, right? So you listen, you try to remember that, and then you try to follow. But it short circuits your brain also. I told the same thing to my coach also, and he was so patient about it. He was like, "Don't worry about anything. Don't rush anything." So I was discussing with some of my friends here about the same problem, and they were also saying, okay, they also had the same experience, this and that. He came to me and said, "Do not worry about anything. Do not compare to your friends. Do not rush anything. I'm teaching you patiently. You will take it slowly. Do it step by step. You will focus on technique first, and then you can put in as much power as possible." So you don't have to focus about the power at the moment. You have to focus on the step. You have to focus on the technique. Coincidentally, the same thing my coach of weightlifting in IIT Kanpur told me the same thing. He told me that initially you don't have to worry about how much of snatch you can do, how much of clean and jerk you can do. You just have to focus on the technique. You just have to focus on the minor, micro movements and alignment of your body, how it's supposed to move, how it's supposed to, like flow through the movement. If you can nail that down, you can then put in as much power as you want. So the quantity of weight won't matter if you have the technique down. That is exactly what my coach here also said. So yeah, the sessions are exhausting. Lot of sweating, lot of body aching. My calves are aching like anything I do. I skip rope, and when I do that, my calves try to just bust out. But it's amazing. It's satisfying in a way that I'm doing something from completely scratch. So it gives me a chance to be a kid once again in terms of learning. And actually, the environment is so friendly that I can behave like a kid. So when I make a mistake, I just say sorry, okay, like this, and then my coach would laugh, and then he would just tap me on my head, but he'll entertain it. He will laugh with me. So that is something, like you don't generally get that in your daily life if you are not in that environment. So yeah, this is amazing in that way. Okay, see you around. I'll keep you up to date with whatever new happens. Bye bye.